It was the beginning of March, and my eyes were struggling to adjust to a constant brightness they haven't seen in a long time. The sun has been shining more than usual, which was unexpected to me when I think about how the weather was last year. Life has been pretty ordinary and normal these days. I feel like I haven't been doing much other than work and try to rest, and given my current levels of energy, I would say that's all I can do. Still, I cannot help but notice the prettiness and happiness often hidden in the ordinary things. Things that no one can give to you and no money can buy. The way the trees reflect in the lake, the delicate colors of a small flower, the warmth of the sun in my skin. The way the light illuminates the yellow of a flower. Or the joy of dancing alone in your own living room. I don't mind the cloudy weather, but I do know that it makes the whole difference to our bodies when we wake up with sun. It's like this past week we had sun almost every day. I think there was just 1 or 2 days the weather was a bit cloudy, and I don't know, it just makes you want to do things, you know? You feel different. I guess it also helps with the sleep. I'm not sure. I just bought this little car yesterday to put my groceries, and what sold me out was actually this. I don't know, I like it so much, this, and the fact that it is black and red. So now this little old lady is going to the supermarket. Because that's how I feel. I feel like an old lady carrying a car with the groceries. be my first time using that. I just saw an owl. I think it's an owl. Can you believe it's 20 degrees already? Soon summer will be here and I will be living in a constant sauna inside of the studio. It's so nice to be outside. I think I am starting to miss the sun. I didn't miss the first year. I think I had enough of sun from Brazil in my body. But now I'm starting to feel the difference. And I can feel that my body wants to be in the sun. I want to be in the sun, you know. I am refusing to wear sunglasses to see if I can get rid of my sensitiveness to light, at least most of it. It's painful, but at the same time, I feel like it helps. I feel like I slept better yesterday, like last night. And I slept almost 8 hours, which is amazing. I haven't slept like almost 8 hours in months, I guess, or weeks. I don't know. And I had a pretty regular sleep routine before, so things got really bad in the last few months in terms of sleep. And I have a little project for this summer. I want to go on some sort of quest, which I'm not telling yet what it is, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. It needs to be on a weekend that I have the time, and also that it's sunny. Because I think I'm gonna have better chances of doing what I want to do if it's sunny.
Just as quickly as the light arrived, the heavy gray clouds rolled back in. One day, you just open the curtains and the sun is no longer there. For me, these days are perfect for a hot mug of tea, watching a movie, or doing little projects at home.
Not really a masterpiece.
Luckily, this time, the dark clouds didn't stay too much.
I'm still waking up. It feels weird. I'm not used to have sun like every day anymore. And it's been more than a week now that we have sun every day. It's amazing.
I've been spending a lot of time in the park lately. I often go there in search of sun and peace. But in Luxembourg, things are never quiet for too long.
So I've been sick for the past 5 days and
I think it's been quite some time since the last time I got this sick. I remember after I moved to Luxembourg, I got sick once. I had like a very light flu, and one or twice I felt like something in my throat, and then I sprayed some propolis, this is like kind of my mother's thing. She always tells to use propolis for everything. And I think propolis taste is disgusting. So I bought this spray with a little bit of mint and ginger, and I think there's something else that I don't remember. And it helps a little bit with the taste, and I think like maybe it doesn't help, but it's not going to hurt, you know? I don't know. So I just use a lot this spray, which I brought from Brazil. Whenever I feel like I might start getting sick. And this time I used the spray a lot, but didn't work. It started on Sunday. I got really bad on Monday. I tried to rest on Sunday as much as I could. And then on Monday I worked from home, but then I had to do something after business hours. So I worked until almost 10 in the night. I only did a break between 5:30 and 7 p.m. And then I came back to work to do this thing that we needed to do, and I stayed almost until 10. And I don't know if it's because I worked a lot that day or what, but I got worse. And then next day I went to the doctor, so he gave me until Friday, and I've been taking paracetamol, I don't know how to pronounce that in English, ibuprofen, and he also gave me 2 other medicines. One is to spray in the nose, and the other one is for sinusitis. You know that when you have allergies and then it starts hurting here and in the eye. I'm having this a lot. I'm having headaches since it started. My body was hurting. I had a bit of fever, I think, because I was feeling cold, and I woke up. I'm still waking up a bit wet since Monday, I guess. And I'm also sneezing a lot, coughing. So yeah, I got the whole combo. And on Tuesday, which is when I went to the pharmacy after the doctor to buy the medicine, it was also the first day of my period. And I used to have very strong cramps since I was younger, to a point that I was unable to work. People would literally send me home because they could see in my face that I was white as a ghost. My blood pressure would go down, and I was still like, no, I can work. And they would like, no, girl, you need to go home. You don't look well. And at the time, I remember I started working at 16. And people would send me home usually the first day because I look very pale and it's like I was about to die. And if I tried to take any pills, I would throw up. So pills, it's something that was very hard. Throughout my life, I kept changing the pills and trying different things. The only thing that helped me for like many years is when I started taking birth control pills, which I took precisely to avoid the pain, mostly. Not just babies, but also pain, because it was like unbearable. I could not live with it, literally. It was horrible because it was every month. And then after 10 years on the pills, I decided to stop because it's also not good to our body to stay that long on pills. So I decided to stop, and on one side I felt good about the decision because I was taking more into consideration my body's health, but on the other side I really missed the fact that I had a very short period, not many problems anymore with pain or things like that. So after I stopped with the pills, little by little my cycle went back to normal, and I started getting cramps again, but not as strong as the one that I had this week. And as I was in a pharmacy to buy the medicine, the woman was looking for it, and it was taking a while, and I started feeling like a lot of pain. And at some point I was like, I started to move to one side and the other because I don't know, it's like my body just had to move to stay awake because of how strong the pain was. And at some point I was like, hey, sorry, I need to sit down because I think I'm not well. And then I literally just sat on the floor. The woman ran to pick up a chair, and then the other woman came. You need water? They gave me a glass of water, and I was there like this, with feeling stupid because I was almost fainting in a pharmacy because of cramps. But yeah, that happened. And then when I came home and I started using the pills for my sickness, I also had to take one for the pain. It took hours to make to have like a good effect, enough for me to stop feeling pain. And one of the medicine, which is a spray for the nose, as soon as I used it, I felt like it went all the way back to my throat, and then I taste the medicine, and then I just threw up because it was horrible. It was horrible. That taste in my mouth. Ugh. So yeah, I had a pretty nice week. So since then, I've been in bed and just trying to watch YouTube sometimes when I can because of the headache, and feeling useless, doing almost nothing. I feel like I want to do so many things, because I'm at home, but at the same time, I'm just not good at all to do anything. So I've been feeding myself with soup. I bought those is it called cano? Like, the small thing with the I don't remember the word now, but I will look it up and put on the screen if it's not cano, of soup. Those ones that come ready and you just need to heat them up. So that's what I'm eating because I also didn't have energy to cook. And a lot of bread, of course. And today's Thursday, and it's the first day that I woke up and I didn't feel so bad. I just wanted to get out of this apartment, this studio, and go outside. It's not even much of a beautiful day outside. We have some clouds, yes, but I can see the blue sky behind, and I just wish I was outside, but also, I don't know, I'm still sick and I don't want to go out.
As the days passed, I began to heal, regain my energies, and I started to resume to my normal activities. I finally had energy to cook, prepare nutritious and delicious food for myself. I reorganized my apartment, which was a bit abandoned for a week. And I finally went outside whenever I could. Even if just for a small trip to the closest supermarket. I was still not feeling 100% better, but it was enough to get life going. So I kept life easy, not forcing myself too much, and put a pause on going to the gym. I didn't know back then, but I still had a long way to full recovery until things would finally go back to normal. I would need patience and to be strong for myself, to not give up. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next story.